Oh! So, what's it like to do this clean? Okay. I don't know what the fuck goes on there. Lily, shut up. Your mom tell you something, you don't need to keep talking back. Shut your ass up. Boga.
authentication, secure enclave, all sorts of encryption. Not to mention the traffic. Okay. Online and offline. Okay, well, bye. Come back anytime.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. We've got some more Seattle Seahawks breaking news. The team is stuff. The team is putting in some front office work. And once again, the name of the game seems to be freeing up some 2023 money. So, let's talk about it here. Walker Diggs has released under his contract. Himself, Walker Diggs himself, has awarded his 2023 salary.
No, that's the one that does the park too.
Oh, okay.
What this does is it doesn't
Yeah.
but big thing, main thing that Scott's going to do,
So tomorrow.
cap space in 2023. So we now have a significant amount of cap space that we did not have as of yesterday. So between the Senator Wilson extension, which should free up somewhere around $45 million, and this restructuring, we've now freed up enough money to sign our rookies. We freed up around 20 to get the practice squad at the end of the preseason, and we should have a decent amount of money to bring in at least one more player from free agency, or maybe even make a trade. It's not going to be a big thing, but it is going to be a thing. So, for those of you out there who are hoping we land somebody like a Shelby Harris, a Matt Ioannidis, or any one of the remaining defensive linemen still in the market, of which, as I've heard before, there are quite a few, it seems like it's going to happen. This is not something that you just do because you feel like it. This is not something that you do just because you flip the coin, it came up heads, and you're like, okay, it came up heads, that means I'm going to restructure Diggs' contract. This is something you do for some kind of reason. You need the money or you want the money. So, two moves. We have freed up at least $10 million in cap space, which is way more than we needed to sign our two remaining rookies and put together a practice squad. And of course, you want to have a little bit of wiggle room under the cap ceiling during the season. But even with all that, you should be feeling like you can bring in somebody without overextending yourself at this point. And
That's what you got a TV for.
given the fact
You got a TV. You don't want to watch any TV. You got to put your TV. You got a movie.
you all in, so you
You got your own TV, your own room to watch what you want to watch, and you got a tablet. So stop trying to take over this TV and take your ass to a room and try to watch what you want to watch. Yeah. One of these motherfucking end games, man. What's popping today? What's popping? Jack Harlow.
Advantage was built with more room for your passengers, more cargo space for your families, and more room for adventure. Wherever the road takes you, the Kia Sportage is ready. Grab a fantastic offer and get behind the wheel of your new Kia.
Oh, surge that day, man.
I know that we're not all in the same way that the Rams went all in, or a few years ago the Texans went all in. But when you're doing something like this, there is an effect down the line, and the money doesn't disappear. So the cap hit goes down for this upcoming season. If you go over the cap, they already have the updated numbers reflecting the change. You can see Monterey Diggs' cap hit is now down to less than 12 million. Before it was about 18.1. So Monterey Diggs, with this move, now costs about $6.2 million less against the cap.
Bring Clowning in, man. Bring Clowning back. I take Jadeveon Clowning back in Seattle.
$2 million. That money doesn't disappear. That money is pushed into 2024. So Quandre Diggs' cap hit goes up in 2024 to $21.25 million. $21.25 million, which is going to be very hard to get out of now, because this also increases the dead money cap hit if you release him.
He ain't getting released.
That OTC has already updated their numbers reflecting this to just over $10.25 million to release him. So you're still saving $11 million. You could do it. I want to be clear about that. If Quandre Diggs does not play well in 2023, you could still do it. Stuff like that happens pretty frequently. However, I think it's less likely now. I don't think you're doing this with the plan of releasing him in 2024. So unless he plays really
Scotty?
bad or gets hurt in a devastating way or something like that, you're now kind of committed to Quandre Diggs in 2024. If he plays good this year, I think most people will be fine with that. But I definitely know there's some Seahawks fans out there who were kind of amped up to move on from this massively paid safety era in Seattle after this season. Probably not going to happen now. Diggs is probably going to be here next year. And I mean, it all depends on how he plays this year at the end of the day. But this is the kind of stuff you do when it's time to move your chips into the middle. And that seems to be what's going on here to a extent anyway. Obviously, if we were truly all in, we would have probably restructured Draymond Jones's initial contract. We would have done certain things like maybe even restructuring Jamal Adams. I mean, obviously that would have been very dangerous, but we would have done it.
You went to your Ford dealer and got a used vehicle with Ford Blue Advantage, and you never felt more confident. Your vehicle went through a detailed inspection, done by Ford certified techs, suffered Carfax support. You took a test drive, and they even offered you a Ford-backed warranty. And now you have the confidence to take on anything. Yep, anything. Ford Blue Advantage, used car buying that's built for you.
I need it cool tonight.
I want a dream. Give me Hakeem.
You know you're right, right?
Am I?
about how it is.
Okay. So we're not really all in, but we're kind of all in with a restructuring like this, because next year's team just got a little bit harder to manage.
What up, Clyde the Glide?
Now the good news is we got new money.
You got your Invincible today, huh? They came out with you today, Clyde. We might have to try you out. See what you got going on, Clyde. Your hair falling out, though. They fucked you up on the game. You got a big patch in your head. MJ Pack. Yeah. Who the hell cut your hair for the 2K card, man? They fucked your head up. Elemental. Yeah.
Feels like that on some level this team is going for it.
Yeah, they got you.
I can't be upset about that.
They got you a look. Let me see. Let me see what you're looking like.
Smith is going to be particularly cheap. This is one of the final years where DK Metcalf is going to be especially cheap.
I'm about to see what you're looking like.
One of the last
there you go, right there.
Where you have a lot of valuable players.
Yeah, your edge a little pushed back. Yeah, all right, though. 210, 6'7".
And that's what we're trying to do. And the nice thing is,
you ain't sweating too much. You sweating a little bit. You ain't too much, though. Your edge, though. Damn, your edge fucked up. You got kind of like a half bald head. You got two haircuts, a half bald head with a fade in the back. Half and half. Like milk. You got half and half. Yeah, let me get a half and half.
So having that big cap next year is not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, you ain't that much though either, Clyde. I'm gonna try you out, Clyde. You ain't that much.
Creates $6.2 million in cap space this season. We now have more than enough money to bring in one more player and pay our rookies and handle the practice.
Damn, Clyde, look at you.
Again, name that everyone's throwing around out there.
See you that? You damn near got a Ray Allen in the front.
Let me say this.
Like it's almost a Ray Allen. Like if I go from this way, I think you got a bald head. I mean, yeah, from this side you got a bald head. And then I come this way, you got a fade. Yeah, that's nice. Flip flop, chameleon paint. That's nice. I never seen one of them. Look at Clay, like Clay looking at it, talking about, "Woo, boy, who fucked you up?" Like you hit the room. Clay mouth saying, "Woo, boy." Look how Tim looking. God damn, Clyde. Tim Thomas face like fuck. Tim heard Clay say, "Woo," and then you looking like, "Boy, y'all play too much." That's how you looking with your hands on your hips, like, "Boy, shut up, y'all play too much." I already know. Woo! God damn, look at them. God damn. Well, look. Ricky, look at that shit, Ricky. Ooh. Ricky want to laugh. He ain't trying to say nothing. He done turned his head real quick. Look at this shit. Ginobili like puzzled. Fuck.
The Seahawks ranked a disappointing 25th.
I don't see this in my country.
Year, but there's plenty of
Booker laughing.
Side of the football, especially after the busy off season. Should the Seahawks have at least one player in the top 10?
Ray laughing at you. Ray got a little smirk like, damn. Raiden turned his head like, God damn.
You are locked on Seahawks.
Woo! Clay Thompson on your ass, man. Woo! Woo! Somebody get that boy a headband.
Your team every day.
Drazen just looking at your ass. Fuck. Like what Drazen saying. Fuck, he's fucked up. Hope nobody rides me. I hope I never have one of those. Gee golly, I hope I never get one of them haircuts. That's what Drazen like. Gee golly. Who cut you up, Clyde?
Must be a very important episode of Locked On Seahawks. We're less than 2 weeks away from training camp.
Get back on his ass, Clay. Where you at?
We are inside
Get on his ass, Clay.
Until camp, we're going to be breaking down offensive undrafted free agents.
Woo!
Playing a little love them or leave them heading
Woo!
toward the start of training camp. Plus, we'll continue our training camp preview on the offensive line with the tackle position, essential questions, depth chart, and
Fucked you up, Clyde.
jam-packed episode coming your way. So let's get to it. Now for your week's story here on the Thursday edition of Locked On Seahawks. Last year, the Seahawks were pretty disappointing on the defensive side of the football, particularly with a 25th ranked scoring defense and a 30th ranked rushing defense. There were certainly some positives from that group a year ago. Tariq Woolen playing out of his mind.
Woo!
Quandre Diggs finishing strong. Kenny Rostu had a really good first year in Seattle. But overall, Nick, that was one of the weaker spots, despite the fact that Seahawks got to the playoffs. And yet, it's that time of year. It's ranking season. ESPN with their annual top 10 5-position polls. Not a single Seahawks player made the top 10 in any of the defensive position groups. And based on their overall stats last year as a unit, maybe you can understand that, but at the same time, it does feel like that this group is maybe being overlooked or underrated a little bit, at least in terms of actual talent.
But honestly, is anyone surprised? I mean, at this point, it's almost, to be expected. The two biggest surprises, obviously, are Quandre Diggs. He took to Twitter this game, which he should, because it is an absolute top 5 safety in the state. Consistent over, the better part of half a decade. I mean, I don't know what else he has to do. He himself was asking those questions. So I think Quandre Diggs and Bobby Wagner was the two most egregious omissions. Bobby Wagner ended up being league for his age. He certainly played to a high level last year. I mentioned last year he was the highest graded linebacker in Pro Football Focus in the entire NFL. I don't know where that's coming from. Other than that,
I'm fucking check up.
I understand because the reputation around the Seahawks have had a poor defense pretty much since the post-Eugene era, and so they look at it.
Clyde, you ain't pulling nothing good today, man.
Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor,
You ugly motherfucker. I'm gonna ride your ass today, Clyde.
That's kind of
I'm gonna troll the shit out you today.
dismissiveness of this team. Some of that's warranted.
Clyde, bring your ass in there.
And some of that is warranted. And I think just as a whole, the reputation that the defense has is going against them right now. And I have two things. One,
Don't run for me, Clyde. Show ass today.
better than the sum of its parts. I think that this as a whole.
Somebody today. Somebody getting it today. I don't know who.
What
I mean, I'm not you, Clyde. I ain't gonna fuck with you today, Clyde.
in the prime.
Somebody else gonna get it.
And I'll throw out, I mean, the
Probably Surge.
as far as like young gun and superstar. Tariq Woolen's reaching that. Bobby Wagner was that. I don't know. I mean, it's not like they don't have any star power, but that and also I'm saying good. Thanks for the bulletin board material. So thank you for that. It sounds like certainly irks Andre Diggs, maybe irked Tariq Woolen a little bit, but overall it's mostly understandable just from the struggles they've had.
My nigga Surge. Yeah, Surge. Make it hurt. Motherfucking hey, on the curb.
See, this is
Sideways.
I'm gonna agree
Driveway.
with you on Quandre Diggs, and that shouldn't surprise anybody who listens to our podcast. I have been talking about this for the last 3 or 4 years, that I believe Quandre Diggs is one of the best 5 safeties in the league, let alone top 10, and he has every right to mouth off a little bit about this being omitted, being an honorable mention selection. If you read the blurb in the article, the blurb says that he's an underrated player. Well, then why is he not in the top 10? He's one of the best safeties in the league. But where I'm going to disagree with you, I think Bobby Wagner should probably be on the precipice of top 10. I could see him being in the bottom, but as this ranking is set, it's not about career achievement. It's not a 5-year projection. It's literally who do we think are going to be the 10 best at this position next season. And because Bobby Wagner is 33 now, he's going into year 12, there may be a lot of the scouts, coaches, and executives that were pulled for this particular study that don't feel confident that he is going to be a top 10 linebacker this year. And I don't know if he will be. I mean, based on his track record, I would expect that he's going to be. If he plays anywhere like he did last year, then yes, he is a top 10 linebacker, but he is going into year 12. The one that irks me is Tariq Woolen. Because if you're going to have Sauce Gardner at number 2, and this is not a knock on Sauce Gardner. I think Sauce Gardner is a fantastic football player. I think he is one of the best corners in the NFL. But if you're going to have him at number 2, and Tariq Woolen isn't even in your top 10 with the production he had last year, especially being a 5th round pick coming in the league, and maybe that's the reason he is in the honorable mention and not top 10, because he wasn't a top 5 pick like Sauce Gardner. And I don't really buy into the, well, he plays in New York or Seattle, I don't buy that. Woolen was still a Pro Bowler. He still finishes a finalist for the year. But I just feel like he absolutely deserves to be in the top 10. So to me, really, Diggs and Woolen would be the 2 that make most sense. You look at the voting, there were 2 other players that got votes, but they didn't get ranked. They didn't get enough votes. Draymond Jones with the Broncos last year, Nwosu, Jordan Brooks, they got some votes. And then Jamal Adams, Darrell Taylor, and Julian Love, none of those 3 got votes. And that should not be surprising with Jamal Adams, because the injury, he played less than 25 snaps last year before he got hurt. Now, could Adams be on this list this time next year if he comes back and has a really good season coming back from injury? Then absolutely, but he did not deserve to be in that realm because he hasn't been healthy enough to play more than a handful of snaps. He's missed a lot of games the last couple of years, so I think overall it's really not that big of a deal, and I think I could maybe agree on a lot of the position groups that, at least based on what we know now, I think Devin Witherspoon could be a top 10 corner at some point very soon, but he hasn't played a game in the NFL. He's obviously not going to be on that list. So I think when you look overall at this defense, Bobby Wagner is still a very good player. I could see him being a top linebacker this season. It would not surprise me at all. I would not be surprised if he played 15, but he's still really good, but not the player that he was last year. And Quandre Diggs and Treeborough would be the two that I would have.
Anybody snipe anything good today?
I do think Seattle's secondary is really darn good, and those two guys are going to be.
What's going on? Not the ass,
Listen, there's a good chance somebody's trying to hack your website right now. You gotta make sure you're covered. I'm talking about enterprise.
The fuck am I watching?
Clock in, clock in. Black Galaxy walked in. Yeah. He already
Why is everything like this?
Ain't no pepper spray, baby. Hey, somebody, you better throw some damn water at somebody.
Learn more at palmpepperspray.com.
I'm Anjanette Levy. Welcome to.
Now we're about to get into another video with the Melly case, man. I want y'all to go through this video with me on what's next in the Melly murder trial case.
Including amongst the jury who are unable, either still unable to reach a unanimous decision. So at this time, what this trial, indicate to you that how much we appreciate the fact that you were here.
A mistrial declared in the double murder trial of rapper YNW Melly. What happens next? Will there be a second?
Y'all see that deep breath Melly took right there? He said, like, I'm talking about, boy, y'all don't notice how much Melly is, like, nervous. I be seeing so many comments saying that he's not nervous and he's so messed up and, bro, this man is going through it, man, bro. Y'all look at this, that deep ass breath he took when he said that.
YNW Melly. What happens next? Will there be a second trial? We answer all of your questions.
Introducing the next generation of pepper spray.
Well, we got Blitz out. We don't need no pepper spray, baby. That ain't tonight. You better throw some damn water at somebody.
Learn more at palmpepperspray.com.
I'm Anjanette Levy. Welcome to Law and Crime Sidebar Podcast. The jury in YNW Melly's trial deliberated for 14 hours and 6 minutes before telling Judge Murphy for a second time that they could not reach a unanimous decision. The jury in YNW Melly's trial may have been deadlocked, but that doesn't mean the case is over. At this point, all signs point to the state retrying Melly, whose legal name is Jamel Demons, for the October 2018 murders of his two childhood friends and YNW members, Chris Thomas Jr. and Anthony Williams.
The state retrying Melly is like, it's kind of funny to me. The reason why it's kind of funny because it's like, y'all dead ass gotta come through with literally the same evidence. Which leads me to believe and think that the state could possibly be like, man, we ain't even finna go through this, bro. Like, we just finna let them slide. You feel me? Because it's like, that process going over it again is gonna be a little bit more difficult than the first time. The first time was a surprise. Everybody was like, oh. The next time is gonna be like, again, y'all look at what I said. I need some little
By YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser. Whether or not the state will still pursue the death penalty in a retrial is a question we can't answer at this point. There were signs early on in deliberations that the jury was at an impasse. On Friday, the 12 jurors had been deliberating for less than 8 hours. When they notified Judge Murphy, trouble may be ahead.
And I also have a message here from the jury, another message. And it says, what if you can't come to a decision? Question mark. Everyone is stuck on which side is true.
Judge Murphy read an Allen charge to the jury at that time, which is a charge that strongly encourages the jury to try to reach a verdict.
But I want you to go back to the jury room, then taking turns, tell each of the other jurors about any weaknesses of your own position. You should not interrupt each other or comment on each other's views until each of you have had a chance to talk. After you have done that, if you simply cannot reach a verdict, then return to the courtroom and I will declare this case mistried and will discharge you with my sincere appreciation 40 or so as well.
The jurors asked a number of questions throughout deliberations.
Ask the following question. Ray Exhibit 116, hyphen, times listed, paren, start, and close paren, marked as UTC-4. Does UTC-4 reflect that 4 hours have been subtracted already, or does subtracting 4 hours from start and end times need to be calculated? Signed by the owner.
You can answer yes.
They also asked to hear a readback of the testimony of Travion Glass, who was in the red Mitsubishi that left the recording studio with the Jeep Compass, carrying Melly, Juvie, Sack, and Melly's co-conspirator, Cortland Henry, who goes by Ryan W. Bortland. Glass said leaving the studio was the last time he saw Melly until later that morning, when he found out that Juvie and Sack had been murdered. Was that the first time you saw Melly after you guys left the studio?
Yeah.
Was Melly wearing the same clothes or different clothes than when you saw him at the studio?
A little bit, not afterward.
No, he wasn't. You guys
Wasn't wearing the same clothes.
Do you recall what he was wearing?
Just had on some shorts.
Glass was a reluctant witness when he testified for the prosecution. He said only he and 3 others were in the red Mitsubishi that morning, and Melly wasn't one of them. His testimony about what happened after they left the studio differed from defense witness Adrian Davis, who claimed Melly got into the red Mitsubishi when the SUV stopped.
Were you woken up?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was getting pushed over a little bit.
And are you 100% sure that this young man got into the red Mitsubishi?
Yes.
What happened to the Jeep?
I think it just kept going.
Early Saturday afternoon, the jury asked to see another piece of evidence, Juvie's cell phone, found on the floorboard of the Jeep.
As reflected in the claims of the defendant, this counsel, and the assistant state attorney juries for Riverland had a jury inquiry form that said we request to look at Christopher Thomas's phone, damaged blue phone. So counsel, my understanding is we're sending the phone back to the club, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Everybody agrees to that?
Yes, sir.
All right.
A short time later, the jury announced that it was deadlocked.
You understand that? You gave us some time and we just conduct that with you, see.
What was in Christopher Thomas' phone?
Wasn't able to happen. I want to thank you again for your time and consideration of the case. I also want to remind you of some very special privileges enjoyed by jurors.
Under Florida law, prosecutors must retry Melly within 90 days. But the defense team indicated they weren't ready to move forward just yet, or waive that 90-day period.
How do you want to address this now?
A status conference is scheduled for Melly's case on Friday, and we will certainly have that covered for you. At that time, we could learn when his next trial will be held and whether or not the current defense team remains on the case. Cortland Henry's trial is scheduled for October, so that 90-day window could potentially put Melly's retrial very close to Cortland Henry's trial.
They got 90 days to retry. And like I said, retry with the same evidence, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I just feel like the same evidence coming through is gonna be boring. Like, can y'all come through with boringness on that side? Like, can y'all come through with somebody who we ain't see? Come with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like Selena Aguilera or somebody, like, come through. We gonna need somebody special this time, cause like the same thing is gonna end up happening with another deadlock. Now, the fact that court dates will be so close to each other, Portland and Melly, kind of gives me a little bit of thought, like, yo, did they do this on purpose? Like, did they want them to be, you know, playing around the same time? Huh? You feel me? Because we all know, if Melly was to get not guilty, it's a big chance Portland would be not guilty. If Melly was to be guilty, it's a high possibility Portland would be looked at guilty. You know what I'm saying? In the due time, we gonna see how it feels. What kind of throws me off is how two of the people that happen to read each story contradict each other. But one of them a little bit too wild. But for the most part, man, Melly look like he on his way home, like I'm saying. We just gonna have to see what happened next, but we better not see the same thing. But I'm about done with that. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments below. Screw me.
Carry out this bedtime ritual to achieve healthy blood sugar. Click the link below to discover this natural, safe, and effective method. It has helped thousands of women and men to effortlessly activate their metabolism and improve how they feel overnight by lowering their blood sugar to healthy levels. This discovery attacks the real root cause of diabetes, especially for those over the age of 35 plus. There's a new natural method that's helping men and women effortlessly lower blood sugar levels and improve energy without diets or exercise programs. This is no exaggeration, and it works like crazy. More than 43,000 people are already doing it, and they have been able to treat their type 2 diabetes successfully, while also losing calories up to pound with diabetic fat. And the best part is, as long as you apply this bedtime ritual every day, you'll experience these incredible results too. When you make it part of your routine, you'll quickly notice some incredible changes, such as feeling a little healthier, increased energy, focus, and improved.
It's all in my door.
So click to watch the video now before I take you down. Do not miss out on this life-changing.
Close my door.
You are Locked On Seahawks, your daily Seattle Seahawks podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Greetings, 12. This is Corbin Smith, host of the Locked On Seahawks podcast, your daily Seahawks podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. A special thanks to all the 12s joining in for this bonus, unexpected bonus episode. Maybe it should be expected at this point because John Schneider is up to his magic tricks before training camp again. He has done this time and time again since becoming the general manager back in 2010. This is when John Schneider and Cap Guru Matt Thomas get the work done, extending players. And they've done it so many times in the past. Now Uchenna Nwosu gets to join that group with a new 3-year contract worth up to $59 million. The Seahawks opening up the checkbook for one of their best young defensive players. I'm going to be breaking down the details that we know so far about this contract, why he deserves this deal, where he fits into the edge rusher market now moving forward through 2026, and some of the other positive ripple effects that are going to come from this extension happening now, a few days before the start of training camp. This bonus episode is brought your way by LinkedIn. These days, every new potential hire can feel like a high-stakes wager for your small business. You want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates available. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs helps find the right people for your team faster and for free. When I was a site manager, LinkedIn Jobs was my go-to to post fighting positions to land top candidates. They make the process easy and seamless. All you have to do is create your job post and then add your job and the purple hashtag hiring link to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word you're hiring. Simple tools like screening questions make it easy to focus on candidates with the right skills and experience. You can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. It's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the qualified candidates you want to talk to faster. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/LockedOnNFL. That's linkedin.com/LockedOnNFL to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. As I mentioned a few moments ago, an unexpected bonus episode of Locked On Seahawks, but for a good reason. The Seahawks today agreed to terms with Uchenna Nwosu on a 3-year, $59 million contract extension. That ties him to the Pacific Northwest through the 2026 season. So looking big picture, Seattle now has
Uchenna Nwosu, Boye Mafe, and incoming rookie Derek Hall, all under contract through at least 2025. Daryl Taylor, they have some club control with him being a restricted free agent next year. That gives him a little bit more flexibility to be able to bring him back and try to maybe work out a long-term deal. But they have a really nice stable of pass rushers that they have under contract. The other two that I mentioned are on cheap rookie deals. That is no longer the case here with Uchenna Nwosu. He was on a 2-year, $19 million contract that he signed with the Seahawks before last season. So he wasn't making top 10 edge rusher money, but he wasn't making rookie second-round pick money anymore like the Chargers. And he certainly earned every last penny. When you look at the production that he put up for the Seahawks last year, 9.5 sacks tied with Daryl Taylor for the team lead, 62 quarterback pressures that ranked in the top 10 according to Pro Football Focus among edge rushers, and he was solid against the run as well. That's not something you could say about too many Seahawks players last year, but he had 12 tackles for a loss. He had 3 tackles for a loss in their playoff defeat in San Francisco, so he was extremely disruptive getting in the backfield both as a pass rusher and a run defender, and really he stuck the stat sheet all across the board. He had 3 forced fumbles, that critical goal line fumble in the Denver opener, then ended up helping the Seahawks hold on and win that football game. 3 pass deflections. He was a Pro Bowl All-American. I think if he gets another sack or 2, he's got a really good chance that he's on the Pro Bowl roster. It might even have been in contention for All-Pro selection. That's how good Uchenna Nwosu was for the Seahawks last year. You see him, this was posted a few moments ago on the Seahawks social media. I guess you could still call it Twitter, even though it's got the X logo posted on their account showing Uchenna Nwosu after signing the dotted line. So he is officially under contract now through the 2026 season. Looking more in depth at this contract, we don't know all the details. We don't know how much the escalators are going to be worth in this contract. There have been reports that some of the salary that was scheduled to be paid out this year has been turned into a signing bonus, and that's going to help open up some cap space. So I'll talk in a moment about why that's significant for the Seahawks, but just looking from a big picture perspective with this Seahawks team now, this is a player that I felt all offseason long that he was probably the number one priority to get extended for this team going to this year. Last year was DK Metcalf. Nwosu was the player this year. And some may say, well, last year was the breakout year for him, but he has been climbing the ladder the last 5 years in the NFL. When he first joined the Chargers, first couple years he was a seldom used reserve that was effective when he played, but mostly was used in pass rushing situations. Had a handful of sacks in his first couple years, and he's gradually able to get more playing time. Then his last year with the Chargers, 40 pressures, 5 sacks. At that time, those were career highs, but you saw this kid every single year finding ways to elevate his game. And then he comes to Seattle. One of the big reasons he loved the 3-4 scheme. They were playing similar to what he played with the Chargers. He felt it was a great schematic fit for him, and clearly he's enjoying the Pacific Northwest, because if he wasn't, obviously he could have played this year out and then tried to get to free agency next year. But instead, he's got this really nice contract that if he makes all $59 million on it, we have to hit all these escalators again. We don't know all those details, but that would make him the 8th highest paid edge defender in the NFL at just a hair under $20 million annually. So he is getting paid. This is not a cheap contract. This is not a 2-year, $19 million deal that he signed to come to Seattle. It was less than $10 million per year, almost doubling the value. But you look at everything he did for this football team last year. The pass rush, he was this consistent same pass rusher Seattle had with those 62 pressures, and he seemed to find ways to get after the quarterback in clutch situations. Did in the Denver game, several other games, he forced fumbles, he swatted passes away. He can drop back in coverage occasionally, which Seattle loves in this scheme from their outside linebacker. And he was overall one of their better run defenders. There were a few plays that got away from him where he got out of his gap or he got tricked a little bit, maybe got caught guessing, the Seahawks allowing him to play like Bruce Irvin from that standpoint. But a lot more times than not, he was able to make plays by doing that, being aggressive. So Seattle paying a 26-year-old that I still think has room to grow as a player. He is still not at his peak, has not completely stretched the surface of his potential. This is a great opportunity for him to continue expanding his game. Second year in the scheme, Seattle's added some other weapons around him, Draymond Jones most notably. I expect the Seahawks are going to have Nwosu and Jones playing a lot side by side, which is going to create some real problems for opposing offensive lines, trying to keep them out of the backfield. And they've got a nice rotation of edge rushers, too, which, yeah, that may be less snaps, but it's going to keep Uchenna Nwosu fresh. He isn't going to be worn out by the end of the season. I think that did play a role in his production dipping a little bit pass rushing wise in the second half. Hopefully won't have to do that. So overall, I feel like this is an excellent deal. It's about in the ballpark I expected, because if you were going to pay this kid right now the market price, I thought being in that 18, 19 million per year range, some fans might think that's expensive, but talking about a guy that almost got double-digit sacks last year. Again, he's only 26. This is a kid that is still coming into his own. So this feels like this is a chance to be a really good signing by John Schneider. And I think bringing him in the first place, that's got to be up there now with Cliff Averill and Michael Bennett as the best free agent signings that John Schneider has made his entire time with the organization. It was a home run signing for them. And now they get to ensure, now he's earned that deal, that he's going to be here for a long time as one of the cornerstones for this defense. As far as the ripple effects, and I think this might be the most interesting part when you're looking at this extension and the timing. Again, this is John Schneider's bread and butter. This is Matt Thomas's bread and butter, Cap Guru himself. They work on these contract extensions during the dead zone in the offseason. We're talking after OTAs and minicamp. There's been some discussions usually before that, but this 6-week period between OTAs, mandatory minicamp, and reporting for training camp, this is when John Schneider and Matt Thomas go to work and they get these extensions signed. We've seen it with players from Russell Wilson back in the day. They did it a couple times with Russell Wilson, Doug Baldwin, Dwayne Brown, Bobby Wagner a couple times. This is normally the hot spot for them to get these deals done. And it's even more significant this year because the Seahawks are not exactly in a healthy salary cap position right now. They still have two rookies, Devin Witherspoon and Zach Charbonnet, who are not under contract yet, and training camp starts in less than 2 days. I expect those contracts are going to get signed, especially now they've got this extension hammered out, because if you added some signing bonuses down the road, moving some of that money that was due to Nwosu this year, he had a $13 million cap hit. If you drop that to, say, 7 or 8 million, we again don't have specific numbers in front of us right now, but if you drop it $5 million, you definitely can afford to sign Witherspoon and Charbonnet now, but you also open up enough cap space that I think Seattle can add another veteran to the team. And I'm just going to throw the name out there because I've been doing it for the last 2 months. Shelby Harris still is unsigned. He knows this defensive scheme inside and out. Played several seasons with Draymond Jones in Denver. He is a popular presence in the locker room. I thought he was one of the most consistent players on Seattle's defense last year. You couldn't say that about very many other guys on that defensive line, but I thought Shelby Harris had a really good first season in Seattle. You put all those things together. Shelby Harris on his own social media account has been making it clear that there's some news coming. Well, maybe that is the next domino to fall for the Seahawks. We don't know yet at this point, but this is going to most likely create enough cap space that they can throw a few million at Shelby Harris and say, hey, we want to bring you back. We want you on this football team. And I think that would pay huge dividends for the Seahawks when you consider the changes, the overall they got in that defensive line. They just don't have a lot of size. And Harris isn't a big guy from defensive line standard, but he has played some nose tackle in the past. He is much tougher, plays more physical than you expect for a player that size. He holds up well in the trenches. I just thought all along that this would be the right situation if you could just get the cap space set up so that you could make some of these signings, go out and get Shelby Harris. Feels like that is what needs to happen right now. We'll have to wait and see, but this cap space, it does open things up for them to facilitate a move here at the beginning of training camp to bring in another veteran. Maybe they have another one in mind that's out there unsigned they're looking to bring back, but I would think there's got to be a pretty good chance that Shelby Harris will be back in Seahawks uniform. So that's one ripple effect, getting the rookie signed, a healthier salary cap situation. This seemed like the move all along that they were going to need to make ultimately to open up that flexibility to continue improving their roster going into the 2023 season. So we'll see what happens. John Schneider, Matt Thomas, I'm sure they're continuing to work on some things. They brought in some undrafted guys. They brought in some guys for USFL for tryouts. So maybe that's who's going to fill that 90th spot that still remains.
What time it is?
Seahawks fans are going to be hoping that this
I'll be right back.
contract is that first domino that falls. The get the
I'm
rookie
back on like
started.
30 minutes.
Maybe, just maybe, Shelby Harris will be back in the Seahawks uniform. They could bring in another veteran defensive tackle to try to help out in that room.